Everyone thinks the biggest threat to America is inflation, recession, or politics.
But the real danger might be hiding deep beneath the financial system. And surprisingly, it starts in Japan.
In the 1980s, Japan experienced one of the largest financial bubbles in history. Then, in the early 1990s, everything collapsed.
Japan entered what became known as the lost decades.
To restart the economy, Japan slashed interest rates close to zero.
And eventually, rates even became negative.
They also controlled bond yields to keep borrowing costs artificially low.
But this created a huge problem for investors inside Japan. They couldn't earn meaningful returns at home anymore. So investors discovered a powerful financial strategy.
They borrowed cheap yen and invested in higher-yielding assets overseas.
This became known as the yen carry trade. Borrow cheap money in Japan, buy better returns somewhere else. And over time, trillions of dollars flooded into global markets. Japan quietly became one of the biggest providers of global liquidity, especially for long-term U.S. government bonds. This helped America borrow enormous amounts of money at lower costs. And cheap money boosted stocks, housing, and financial markets everywhere. But in 2024, something changed.
The Bank of Japan finally started raising interest rates.
And they ended their famous yield curve control policy. Now the carry trade suddenly became far less profitable. So investors started unwinding their positions. They sold foreign assets and moved capital back to Japan.
And that creates a massive problem for the United States.
When a giant buyer leaves the market, bond yields rise. And higher bond yields push mortgage rates higher too. Higher yields also pressure stock valuations.
Companies suddenly face more expensive debt and credit costs. And this can happen even if the Federal Reserve cuts rates. Because long-term yields depend on global capital flows, not just the Fed. The loud headlines may distract people from the real structural shift. A decades-long source of global liquidity is slowly disappearing.